If I say I'm going to do something, I'll commit to it and I'll do it. So I knew that if I signed up to something like this, I would see it through to the end.
This is Andy, a consultant and trainer in business and process improvement. For his job, he used to travel the world, delivering training and development courses and workshops for leaders. However, 2020 lockdown restrictions meant he was suddenly left sitting at a computer, working online day in and day out. He wanted to lose weight and also deal with some back pain he was getting from all the sitting. He also wanted to get back to running regularly without being in pain or quickly out of breath.
All the goal setting stuff at the front end and the building of the routine, that was really good and solid foundational stuff. But I think then halfway in started to realize these things were becoming sort of second nature and quite intuitive. So it wasn't like, well, you just stick to the discipline. There was enough of a building throughout, and seeing my own kind of, right now I've kind of cracked this part. Now I can kind of build on that and do something additional, seeing a kind of consistent week on week improvement. And then at the end of it all, you can look at those big term gains and think, well, I remember where I was and where I am now. And there's a gulf between the two.
Instead of reaching his weight goal and then immediately putting it all back on again, we focused on putting things in place that would allow him to make changes that would last. Andy didn't need to be told exactly what to eat meal by meal. He needed guidance on making strategic changes and informed decisions for himself.
It's not just sort of help me to get to a target weight. It's helped me to rethink my entire approach to food, exercise, flexibility. It's not just about, cut some food out and go on a crash diet. It's not just about work yourself to a sweat every single night. This is much more rhythm of life stuff. And I think you need something more systematic, programmatic, and deeper than just post your weight and feel guilty. A lot of it is down to you addressing the reasons why you do certain things, the way you think about food, the way you approach exercise, the way you just think about, if you're not willing to sort of put that stuff on the line and say, I need to really rethink things here, I don't think it's worth trying, because it's not, don't eat any of this, now eat all of this. And frankly, I've got my range of Fleming food and you can pay the premium for it. That's what happens, isn't it? You get the diet program that's linked to a bunch of products.
Yeah.
This is just saying, look, you need to understand diet better, but you need to make some decisions. Tell me what those are and we'll tweak that until it starts to work. I think it's a good way to think about those sorts of things.
No two people are exactly the same, and that means each person needs their own dieting strategy and their own customized training plan, so specific action can be taken to make sure we achieve what we set out to achieve.
What I didn't expect was it to be sort of intentionally focused on me and what I needed to do. Actually, because of the level of stuff you've built, you've got lots of things to pick from, and you kind of build up a package for an individual, because we have different needs, we have different goals. I think accountability makes a big difference to anything you ever try and do, without being like one of those sort of drill sergeant type instructors or whatever you want to call it. This is much more about, there's a genuine commitment, and because a lot of the emphasis early on is what do you want to achieve here, and making sure those goals have been thought through. It eases in quite smoothly in the first sort of block of time, just getting the kind of things established. And then there's much more of a sense of I'm holding you accountable to the thing that you want to do. That's what you're being held accountable to. You've got a goal, you've got an objective, you had a reason, and you spend a bit of time working out what that reason is. And that's the reason I'm doing it, not because I want to shred. I'm not going to go up and down the beach anymore. I'm doing this for a proper reason that you then hold me accountable to, and it feels like it's I think for that's the big thing for me. It feels like you're committed to what I'm trying to achieve, and you're holding me accountable to these things because of that objective. There's something about it not being fast and furious, and like I say, holding us accountable in a good way that isn't just drilling us. I think it's really helpful.
Along with the weight loss, Andy made significant improvements in his posture, core strength, coordination, and exercise skill. The back pain Andy was experiencing was eased as a result of regular movement assessments and individualized coaching on technique, informing the way he was doing every workout. His running times improved steadily as his aerobic fitness increased. along with improvements to his running technique and general physical awareness.
I'm conscious I've got a core. I don't think I even knew what that meant before. I know people would say it like work your core. I'm like, yeah, fine.
Yeah.
And I honestly would not really know what they meant because I couldn't feel it. I couldn't tense it up. I think because of the exercises we were doing and a bit of a focus on that, I can literally go and feel a core muscle. I think before I just felt something in my stomach down there somewhere. And that's quite a big, because I think a lot then builds off the back of that. Isn't it? A lot works off the back of that. So running has become different because I'm conscious of engaging that. Whereas I've been told to do it before, again, I just didn't know what it felt like. I think now I know what it feels like. And that's definitely a big thing for me to keep building on now.